already know just where I be, dog. I ain't being cocky, but Philly what I'm reppin'. Watch me check it like it's hockey. I ain't tryna get it twisted. If you get it, then you got me. If you with it, cool. If not, I'll treat you like a Tamagotchi. I'ma let you down point. Yeah, I never disappoint.
What's going on, guys? JHoyt back with you today. Welcome back to episode number 22 of the Seattle Attack franchise mode. Today, we are at the trade deadline. And what a season it's been so far. So we started off, let's just recap the year so far. We started off a little bit weak. Then we went on a little run. And then we kind of went on a little bit of a stronger run, but not really like good. So we are sitting, I guess, decent right now. You know, we're 6 points off of, you know, a solid, secure playoff spot. Like, we're in the wild card right now. But obviously, we want to be in the playoffs. 100%, no questions asked. We want to be in, right? Remember last year? We're trying to do it this year. However, what was it? Last episode and maybe the episode before that, they were very trade-heavy episodes. And there was, you know, a big trade involved when we did that. However, we did make 2 more trades. I think it was one or two more trades. However, they were super, super minor to where they don't really affect us. I mean, too much. So, however, I should say, it did affect us. However, behind the scenes, my thought process went like this. So, you guys know our forward group, right? Nothing has changed here. Same line, same everything. I changed around the power play a little bit, just swapped around some guys, you know, from first to second and whatever, but that's not really important. However, when you take a look at our defense, may look a little bit different, okay? So you're like, where did this guy come from? Well, this is part of the trade. So we acquired this guy. I'm going to show you the trade in a second. But what we ended up doing was, Alanko is still eligible to play in the AHL, essentially. So I sent him down because I want to see, because his 6 goals, it's just such a weird stat line to have just 6 goals, and that's it. Like, a defenseman that only scores goals. It just doesn't make sense. So he never really had a chance to play like a full year in the AHL. So for the rest of the year, I'm planning on just keeping him down there just to see, one, if he does better on the left side than right, because we have, you know, a bunch of good right-handers coming like Liljegren and Dobson. So I wanted to see that. Goldman's still down here, you know, just trying to see where he fits in this team. But I wanted to see what Alanko could do on the left side. You know, I wish I could have gotten the chance to put him down in the AHL, but the one preseason he actually did well. So I was like, you know what, he's ready for the NHL, but then probably made the mistake of that. Like, I should have had him play 1 full year in the AHL no matter what, but you know what, oh well. So, you know, we did that transaction, right? We acquired Anderson here, and we sent Alanko down. We also have Mike Smith now, which came in the last trade when we brought him in. And you know what, let's go to the trade so I don't confuse you guys. So the first trade you can see was super minor, didn't affect us at all. We traded away David Case and Christopher Wolski, who were 2 AHL left wings that were getting to the point where if they don't make the NHL, you know, next year, they're not really gonna play for us. So I was just thinking, you know, just get rid of them. We have already guys down there that are, you know, performing just the same as what they're doing. So we traded those guys away to Boston in exchange for Peter Cehlarik, I'm going to go with. I don't really know. He's just basically the same overall. Just wanted to trade a 2-for-1. Plus, I wanted an extra goalie in the organization because Mike Smith adds the 6th goalie. And, you know, obviously we have Valaheinen and Ian Scott. Now we have 6 total goalies, and, you know, we traded away 2 left wings that were probably never going to make the jump to the NHL for us. So in the second trade, right underneath it, we traded with the Calgary Flames. We traded away, I think it was Frank, like, Longjoy or something like that. He was, you know, a younger defenseman, you know, 77 overall or something, like 20 years old. Didn't really have a lot of trade value on him. And he wasn't really doing well. And when you had a couple of guys that I wanted to put in the lineup, give him a chance. However, our right defense was absolutely stacked. So we traded away Longjoy. Lindbergh, I think, was an unsigned prospect, if I remember correctly. Then we also traded away our 2nd-round pick in exchange for Anderson. We got a 3rd, and I believe a couple other picks and or unsigned prospects from that deal. I don't remember exactly. I wish it would show all of it, but I can't actually go back and see it. But I should also mention that even besides our trades, if you look at the other trades that just happened, like look at the Winnipeg and Arizona one. Winnipeg acquired Clayton Keller, Max Domi, and a 4th round pick from, I think it's this year, in exchange for Mark Scheifele and Chris Stewart. Like, that's a massive trade. I don't know what's going on as far as, you know, their standings go, like where they, I guess we can go look, but no, really, really weird trade there. But then we have another huge trade, a 3rd round pick and Brendan Ekblad from the New York Rangers in exchange for Jeff Carter and a 5th rounder. So, okay, big name going somewhere else. Then we have Minnesota acquiring Tomas Hertl and a 6th round pick. And they got back a 1st, a defenseman, and a 6th round draft pick. Like, there's some big trades in here, like big names that I was not, you know, expecting. Tyler Toffoli going to Nashville with a 4th and 2 others for a 1st, Jay Green, and a 1st. Oh my goodness. So Jake McKay, okay, that's a decent sized trade, but not really a huge one. Nathan Beaulieu, yeah, whatever. But I guess some decent names going back and forth. I mean, Tyler Toffoli, Jeff Carter, Max Domi, Clayton Keller, Mark Scheifele. I mean, where's Arizona? Arizona's in the West, where we are. So Arizona's 53 points. They're not looking playoff bound. And Winnipeg, where are they? Keep scrolling on me. And Winnipeg's at the bottom of the league. So how does that... I don't understand this game. Like, I really don't. But, okay, so those 2 minor trades don't really affect us too much. Obviously, one being in the NHL. It does kind of affect us a little bit, but it gives us a little bit more of, you know, solid security going forward. And I also will mention we did offer some guys that we're definitely going to keep for next year. Contract extension, so if you see that pop up, that's what it is. I don't believe there's any free agent signings that we made because I think we are full up on, you know, numbers. And other than that, I don't have any other trades to make. So if there's a trade that we get offered, I guess we'll take a look at it. If not, then we'll continue on for the rest of the year. So let's go to the calendar. And we're starting on March 2nd. So let's go 1 month here to April. And hopefully we can get through the trade deadline without making a huge deal. So we have a trade. Okay. So I threw Goldman on the trade block just to see if I can get anything for him, because he's just kind of in a really weird spot right now. That is just a really strange situation. So I guess it's the same thing with Dustin Nash here. So you know, do I want to keep Goldman, try to, you know, see if he works into the system next year? Because my plan is this offseason is to get rid of Alex Martinez, because I'd like to keep DeKaiser and Bigros, and I don't really have another left-handed defenseman to come up. So I want to see, you know, exactly what Goldman can become. So if he doesn't fit here, let's see if he fits somewhere else. So Tyler Bozak, Bo Horvat, Bowie didn't, but Bigros did. Glass, Scott, perfect. Okay, so Goldman didn't accept his offer. So we got 2 guys that didn't accept their offers. That's fine with me. Ticket prices, I guess we'll go to that real quick and come back and continue. All right, let's continue on here. Prices are set. So we're starting off March on a very, you know, pretty good note. We're 3-2 so far. Of course, the amateur scout comes calling. I wish I could just auto set this every year, because I'm sick of doing it. All right, let's go to Sweden and do the same thing we always do. 1 month for forwards. No big deal there. So we're starting off, what do we got? 3-3 now, I believe. So we got what? Loss, win, win, loss. So 2-2, 3-2, 4-2, 4-3, 4-4, 4-5, 5-5, 6-5, 6-6, 6-7, 7-7. So we went 7-7 in the month of March. So, all right, still in a good spot. 36 wins now. Where do we sit in the standings? Okay, so we have 6 games left, and we're sitting at 86 points. So let's just go take a quick look at the standings, just to make sure we're in a good spot. Points are a little bit down for our team this year, it looks like. So we have Colorado to deal with, and we want to beat, you know, any of our divisional teams. So what do we got for wild cards? So us in Colorado. So as long as we, honestly, with 6 games left, unless, I guess it's kind of the top 10 right now. The top 10 could possibly make the playoffs. So the top 4 already secured. So it's 5 through 10 that are all still in jeopardy. So if we win, you know, most of our games and get up to one of these spots, I feel like we'll be good. However, where do we sit in? What division are we? We're in the Pacific? No, we're in the Central. There we go. So, all right. So we got to face. Hopefully, we have some good opponents, or actually some really weak opponents, so we can get some free wins. All right. So we face LA, Pittsburgh. Oh, I got to turn injuries on too. So what do we got? We got LA, Pittsburgh, Calgary, Winnipeg. Actually, let's go look at their overall. So LA should be a win. Pittsburgh should be a good game. Calgary should be a good game. Winnipeg should be a win. Islanders should be a good game. And Florida should be a good game. So we should have at least 2 wins against LA and, was it Winnipeg? Yeah, LA and Winnipeg we should win. And then we have basically 4 other very tough games. Awesome. So let's go turn on injuries real quick and get back and see if we made the playoffs. So we're starting off April 1st. We got to win. We should win. I'm pretty sure we're in a good spot. As long as we absolutely just don't choke, I feel like we'll be fine. Also, it kind of sucks that half of our final games are from the Eastern Conference. However, let's just keep going. Let's go one game at a time here. We got LA Kings first. And, of course, we have an injury instantly. And that's a what? A right defenseman. So, do we just bring up Alanko? Or, I guess we have to bring up Alanko. He couldn't even survive in, like, half of a month. Come on, team. All right, so what did Alanko do down there? I guess let's just see that. So 3 goals. Huh. So he only wants to score goals, apparently. So, all right, let's just bring him up. See what happens. Put him on the second line now. Because even though Anderson, kind of took his spot, we're still going to play Alanko like he's still in the NHL. So I guess let's see what he does on the top line. So I'm curious to see, like, I wish there was more of a, I guess, a profile on him other than two-way defenseman, medium elite. Like, I wish there was like a, oh, he's more of a puck mover. He's more of a two-way guy but stays at home more, or more offensive two-way, or actually like a full, like, scouting report. Like, something cool to add, because this is just a weird stat. Just to have 6 goals, or actually 9 goals and 0 assists as a defenseman. I just don't get it. So, all right, he's planning on playing the top 4 with Charlie Bigras. He puts up points, so hopefully he can do something there. So, who do we got? We got Tavares. We can put in the lineup down there. We're actually put Goldman on the first line just to see if what he can do the rest of the year. So it's a win against LA. We actually faced Nashville last month, so it sucks to have to scroll up to see what they're doing. But we have back-to-back at home, I guess. So let's sim past this one. But Pittsburgh, we lose. Okay. So that's fine. Let's go up to the Calgary game. Also watching up top here where it says all the lost locker room chemistry and all that. So nothing about the playoffs so far. We can still hit 40 wins. Let's go past Calgary here. Shootout loss. Okay, so that's a point at least. So, okay, we don't care about your ice time. What are we saying for playoffs? So Shattenkirk got injured, but nothing came up. So, okay. Let's go to Winnipeg game. I'm just waiting. Like, this is so nerve-wracking. As long as we make the playoffs, we can basically do anything. So Nashville has 2 more wins. They're the team ahead of us, so we are good in that aspect. So actually, you probably should do it on the main screen so we can see the standings. So we're still in the wild card. I think I don't think that says we made it like 100%. But we have to stay ahead of Colorado. So let's go past the Winnipeg game. Should be a win. Boyle will be available. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Against Winnipeg, what do we got? 7-2 win. All right. So standings-wise, I think I missed it up top. Seattle, we made the playoffs. 100%. It said we clinched. So I don't know why I didn't say it up top, but let's put Bowie back in the lineup. And we're just going to take out Anderson since, the playoffs are upcoming here. Because I wanted to just see, if he was down in the AHL playing down there, what would actually happen. And he did the same thing he does in the NHL. So very weird to see. However, Shattenkirk's kind of on the way out. I mean, we're not going to try to trade him or anything. But, he's probably going to retire the next, year or two. So we'll probably keep him until that point. And then we'll still have Bowie and Alanko to fill in the top 4. Plus, we got Lindros coming. And potentially Goldman that will come up here as well. Plus, we got Bigras still. So I'm happy. So I believe we 100% made the playoffs. So it says it on the standings. There's a little X next to it, which means we made it. And if we simulate a day, maybe it'll say up top. No. So I believe we made it 100%. So I don't think we have that to worry about. continue on against the Islanders, so we win there. We can still get the 40. We can still get the 40 bomb. Last home game, 41 goals for Brock Boeser. All right, so we're actually going to put in our backup goalie to start this game, so that way he doesn't get injured. So I guess he was already starting. So okay, perfect. Let's go back to it and simulate the day. Then we're going to check out standings. We're going to see the playoffs and everything. Oh, baby. So excited. So defense, Sweden, 1 month, I mean. All right, did we win the last game? We won the last game. 40 wins. Let's go. Team. I mean, I hate to say it, but those, how many overtime wins or overtime losses do we have? Where are we? 15 overtime losses. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's check out the standings, check out the stats, and then we'll preview the playoffs. So we're starting with the player stats. Brock Boeser with a massive goal-scoring year. 41 goals. 41. That is incredible. So congrats to him on that one. How many of them were power play? 17. Sheesh. 24 power play points. Dang. So we got Bo Horvat right behind him. First line, Kyle Connor, who we got late in the season, but he's still up there. Berchi. All right. I'll take that. 26 goals. I'll definitely accept that one. Lindholm, nearly as big as last year with a 60-point performance, but this year, almost 50 points. I'll take it. Playing on the second line with Turris and Berchi, whatever you want to call it. So good year from them. I'd like to see a little bit more out of Turris, especially because he started the year at, an 86 overall or something like that. But Bozak, playing on our fourth line, I don't remember how many points, he got in Philadelphia. Again, another awesome stat that they could add is, if they played with two different teams in that season, then show me the difference. But 38 points, I mean, it's almost back like he was performing, in the past. So that's why we also offered him a contract extension to help us out in the bottom six, penalty kill, everything like that. Brett Ritchie, another, decent year. I mean, he's such a weird guy to where it's like wherever we put him, he's just performing. I mean, it wasn't nearly as big as the 50-point year with the 29 goals, but still another really good year, 36 points, went a little bit minus, okay, fine, but you know what? I'll take it. Cody Glass, big rookie year. I mean, 33 points, playing on the third line. He went into the year looking towards the AHL, but he came up, did well in the preseason. I think he had the top points, if I'm not mistaken, and he did really well there. And this is kind of where I was really disappointed. Ryan Spooner. He went from our number one clear-cut guy to second line, and then we moved him down to the third line, and then he was almost even on the fourth line at one point. So, kind of an off year for him. However, still did fine in my book. 31 points is not bad at all. Ryan DeZingle on the fourth line. I mean, almost 30 points. Almost 30 points for Pajot as well. Hey, I'll take it. Let's check out the defense. So we had a little bit of not issues this year, but obviously with injuries and just swapping around some players. Shattenkirk on top once again. You'll love to see that one. Charlie Bigros playing our second line, putting up points there as well. That's why I want to split them apart, is because they're both power play guys as well. They could both put up points 5-on-5 and on the power play. And with guys like DeKaiser around Shattenkirk, he still puts up points and still allows Shattenkirk to put up points. I'll take it there. Bowie putting up a decent year as well. Martinez still a decent year playing on the third line, but I'd still like to see, what we can get for him in the off season, because we got Goldman coming, we got Lindros coming. Plus, if we, whatever we want to do this off season, I don't know if Martinez really fits in those plans, because we got guys that we want to bring up. So might have to say goodbye to him after this run, but we don't know. He's got one more year, I believe, on his contract. Yeah, 5.5 mil we could spend on something else as well. So Alanko, another, like I said before, very weird year. 7 goals, and 0 assists. Very, very weird. Cuckoo, obviously, we know what his story is. Anderson did fine when he came in. Lindros, 83 overall. All right, plus, like I said, we got him coming. So goaltenders, obviously we made the big trade in the offseason. Was this the right decision? I don't know. I guess we can go look at how, Florida, I think, did, and see what Corpusella did this year. Corpusella was good, but, I just wanted a little bit of a change of pace. Fitzpatrick, though, 30 wins. I'll take that. You know, a lot of losses on his side, overtime losses, but, you know, decent goals against, decent save percentage. Obviously could be better. But Subban, you know, backing up, played fine. I mean, I'll definitely take that. 40 goals allowed, not bad. 166 goals allowed. Any points? Yo, we got 3 points from our goaltenders. Nice. So that's fine. I mean, nothing too terrible there. Let's take a quick look at the AHL. We're not going to go too much in detail down here. But let's just see what happens. So Velhainen, another massive year. Again, love to bring him up, but with numbers, I can't really. So I'm not wishing injuries on anyone, but you know, if someone gets hurt, maybe he'll play, but probably not. So Velhainen, like I said, another massive year. Smith, I guess, did whatever in the AHL. Scott, you know, we're gonna have a little bit of a backlog in goal here, you know, coming up. So, you know, Velhainen, I'd love to keep him around, you know, still, but I want to give Scott some playing time. Plus, we have, you know, other goaltenders that we need to develop. So we might have to say goodbye to Velhainen this year, especially because next year he's going to want NHL time, you know, 100%. So, you know, he's been very, very good for us. You know, we've helped him grow into a, you know, probably a backup goaltender, and I did not want to back out of there. But so hopefully we can figure out what to do with him. You know, I don't really want to trade Subban, but we gotta do something with, you know, some of our goaltenders. So Logren again on top. I would love to bring him up, but for number's sake we can't right now. Colton White did fine. Noah Dobson still doing fine down there. Anderson, you know, whatever. Goldman, decent numbers as well, going positive. That's what I like to see. Tavares did fine. Alanko in the limited time he was down there, and then Golev or whatever didn't really do anything down there. So interesting. So Jan finally got dethroned on the top of the AHL leaderboards with Solaric that we got late in the season. Probably won't resign him after this year either. So just kind of a temporary fix. But Belf, first full year for him. You know, a massive performance, 54 points. You know, I'll take that. Going to be a great prospect for the future. Kyrou, Ryan, okay. So did decent down here. The couple of guys we put in late in the season did fine as well. So we did fine there. I believe the AHL team made the playoffs as well. Yeah, 49 wins. I would assume that that is exactly what we want. So let's go take a look at the standings. So we ended up finishing in 4th in our division. That's fine. I would obviously love to be higher than that. But let's take a look at the entire league. See where we ended up finishing. So, okay. So we're 14. So we got to remember that number. 14. So, all right. Goals for 237. Looks to be on the lower side. Yeah, we're about halfway through, it looks like. So, goals for, I mean, we have goals. I mean, 41 goals personally from Besser. I mean, that's just incredible. Goals for per game. We are still about the middle. Goals against. I did not even see what we were at. So, that we don't want to be on that side. So, Seattle Attack, 210. So, we're top, is that top 5? Yep, top 5. The team. Like, look at this. The best teams are the teams that allow the least amount of goals. 1, 2, 3. And we're there, right with Pittsburgh and the top 3. So, hey, I'll take that. I mean, we're doing well defensively. No questions about that one. But, all right, goals against per game. So, we should be pretty much the same thing. Okay. So, power play goals, we had, where are we? We're at 55. So, okay, middle of the pack there. So, we could have a better power play. Power play percentage. Okay, so we're at the bottom there, 20.3%. Could be better. We had 2 shorthanded goals against. Time shorthanded. I guess, are we taking a lot of penalties? So also, we're not really taking penalties, which is another good thing. So, penalty kill. Where are we at? So, 14. I think we're about the middle of the pack again. So, okay, that's fine. Shorthanded goals. We are right here. Oh, we're right at the top. 7. Interesting. All right, so look at the home away in the last 10. 22, 12, and 7 at home. So, okay, that's, I think, a big change from the last couple years. I believe we were not doing very well at home, but we were doing very well away, which is kind of weird. But you know what? Whatever. Away, 18, 15, and 8. Okay, fine. 6, 2, and 2 in the last 10. That's very good to see. AHL, I believe you guys saw it. Maybe you didn't. Top of the league was, not top of the league, top of the conference at least was us, I believe. So, oh yeah, so we're in the West, right? No, we're in the East? Why are we in the East? I don't know. 110 points, though. That's incredible. Well, we finished second overall behind Texas. I mean, whew. Our team's just dominating down there. Heinen's keeping them in check. I don't know about goals, whatever down there. But, all right, so it looks like we're both going towards the playoffs here. We guys still got to turn off goaltender rotations. But I guess let's scout the playoff opponent for the first round here. And then we'll wrap up the video. So, who do we got? Regular season has ended, and AHL season ended. Yeah, we know that. Passed. Oh, we had 32 or more sellouts. Awesome. So we get $25,000. So we got the St. Louis Blues. So I don't remember where I saw them finishing. But I guess let's go look at the playoff bracket real quick, and then we'll actually scout the St. Louis Blues. So they are the... Let's see, we were probably the 7. So is that the 2nd seed, or is that the... I don't really know how they work. Huh. So on the top of the bracket, we got Dallas and we got Nashville. And obviously we got St. Louis and we have ourselves. On the bottom, we got Edmonton, who won it last year. We got Calgary. So we could potentially have a very similar run we did last year, to where we faced off against Edmonton in the Western Final. And we get past, I think... we faced Calgary last year in the first round. We faced Calgary. Who else did we face? It was Calgary, Vancouver, Edmonton. That's who it was. Sorry, from the East, we got Columbus and Pittsburgh, New Jersey. That's going to be a good first... That's going to be a great first-round matchup. The Devils versus the Rangers. Not even the rivalry. Just, that should be incredible. Then we got Toronto versus Buffalo. And Tampa Bay versus Carolina. Interesting. What about the... let's go take a quick look at the AHL. So the Portland Storm, we are on the right-hand side, facing off against the Binghamton Devils. And the Belleville's on that side, too, as well. So, okay. Should be interesting. I don't know why we're actually in the Eastern Conference in the AHL. It doesn't really make sense. But, okay. So, let's go scout the St. Louis Blues. See who they got. So here we are at the St. Louis Blues. And if you couldn't tell already, this is making me real nervous. I thought our 41 goals from Brock Besser was good. However, I guess if you have the duo of Tarasenko and Laine on your team to put up, 92 goals alone? That's making me nervous, huh? So, okay. I don't know their lines, obviously. I don't think we can actually see that. But, Tarasenko and Laine. But that's not it, though. They got Fabry, who's a good player. Stats, he's a low overall, but still did well this year. They have Del Call, of course, right? Barbashev, who looks like to be their first-line center. Laterra, Yakupov, Shorts. And then their bottom 6 is kind of not weak, but it's kind of average. But then if you look at their high-end stars, sheesh. So, this is going to be a very, very difficult first round. But then we look at their defense. Pietrangelo, 91 overall. Justin Schultz, 83. Parayko, 88. Schmaltz, 83. Dunn, and Petrovic. Alright, so their top 4 is very, very good. All putting up good numbers along themselves. And then they have... You know what I just thought of? We took Fitzpatrick from this team. Why did we not keep Corpusello and take Jake Allen? 41-19, 4 with 4 shutouts. At an 83 overall. That is incredible. So they were 49, 25, and 8. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. So I guess we got the dynamic duo of Tarasenko and Laine to deal with. Oh my gosh. I can't actually believe that that they have both these guys. Plus they have, Fabry, they have Del Call with what was his name? Barbashev. And then they have a pretty good top 6 with a good goalie that's an 83 overall. I don't get it, but that's really it for this video. I mean, next video we will have another long episode with the playoffs. I'm not going to split it unless it goes super, super long, which it shouldn't. But, you know, even if we get past the St. Louis Blues, even if we get past the St. Louis Blues, we have Dallas or Nashville in the second round. So, I don't think it's going to be another cakewalk in the playoffs. However, it is the playoffs, so anything can happen. And even with Tarasenko and Laine, along with every other person they have on their team, it's going to be a good one, regardless of what happens. So this is where I'm going to wrap it up. You know, next video, like I said, will be the playoffs. If you guys did enjoy, hit the like button down below if you have not already. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, guys. We had the birthday goal of 125 subs. We're sitting at 121 right now. We're 4 away. Even if you semi-enjoyed my content, maybe you want to stay next time. We upload NHL. We upload Fortnite. And sometimes when we feel like it, we upload Call of Duty. So hit that subscribe button if you're interested in any of those 3 games. And that is it for me today, guys. We'll see you next time.
I want you forever, even when we're not together. Scars on my body so I can take you wherever. Like, I want you forever, even when we're not together. Scars on my body, I can look at you and